Radhe Krishna everyone. Today I have come with another interesting recipe for making prasadam for Lord Krishna. This is called Basida Saru or drained rasam if I have to loosely translate it in English. For this I have taken Amarnath leaves. It's also called Dantina Soppu in Kannada, Dant in Tamil. So I have chopped the Amarnath leaf stem, and I have only chosen the smaller leaves. You should not put this kind of big leaves because it spoils the taste. Only the smaller leaves, like the little ones like this and this, you have to choose and chop. So I have taken this. I have taken about half a cup of tur dal, and I have half boiled the tur dal. As you can see, if you see the consistency of the tur dal, it should be like this. I have half boiled it, and then I am also taking a bit of jaggery, sambar powder, my aunt's sambar powder for which I have posted a video already. I have taken about lemon-sized tamarind and have squeezed it nicely. Amarnath leaves to this, and I am setting it on high flame so that it boils quickly. I'm only transferring the stems. I'll be transferring the leaves a little bit later. You may have seen a bit of leaves get transferred along with the stem, but that's okay. So here is how it is done. So you give it a nice mix and allow it to boil for some time so that the stems of the Amarnath leaves get cooked. In the meantime, there is another thing that we have to do, which is make a sort of like a tamarind sauce, if you will, for this particular rasam. It's very unique to this rasam. So what I am doing now is I am transferring the jaggery and about 2 spoons of rasam powder. I think 1.5 spoons will suffice. So I'm going to save a bit of it for later. So I'm transferring this along with the tamarind juice. This is a very important step for this particular rasam, and for any other rasam that you make, you can follow the same process. So this contains jaggery, tamarind pulp, a bit of water, and the rasam powder, a bit of salt, rock salt. So I'm adding salt for taste. Both the things are getting done. Amarnath leaves is getting cooked, so we'll have to cook this for about 5 to 7 minutes until the stems are nicely cooked. So now the Amarnath leaves and tur dal are nicely boiling. So now you can see that it's nicely cooked. If you check the Amarnath leaves, it should just break easily like this. I tend to usually keep it a bit crispy. Some people like it overboiled, so it's up to your palate. Whilst this is boiling, I also want to transfer and show you that this is turning into a nice, smooth and elegant tamarind sauce along with sambar powder and jaggery and salt that I added. We'll continue to boil this like this. In the meantime, I want to show you the draining process. So for this, I have kept this strainer and a vessel to contain the drained tur dal. I have kept this apparatus ready. So I'm going to show you how to drain this and use the remaining portion for curry as well as the rasam. So now this is done. I am transferring the boiled Amarnath leaves along with tur dal to this strainer. And I'm going to make sure that there's absolutely no moisture left. So as you can see, whilst boiling, I also missed another point. Whilst boiling, I also added a bit of turmeric so that the green color of the Amarnath leaves kind of comes out very well. So I'm just straining it so that all the moisture is taken out. Should not also over strain it so that it becomes too dry, the curry. So it's okay to have a bit of moisture. So now this I'm going to use for curry, and this I'm going to use for rasam. So let us switch, add the tamarind sauce that I made to the rasam. For the rasam to taste really good, what you have to do is you have to take a ladle full of everything that you have just boiled and kind of make a add just a little bit of water and quickly give it a pulse in the mixer. Given a couple of pulses to the Amarnath leaves and tuar dal, and I'm just adding this mix to the rasam. And this is a very, very important part for making a wonderful tasting rasam. Otherwise the rasam will not taste good. So make sure that you are not missing out on this. Any drained rasam that you're making, I'll be posting a lot of videos of drained rasams with a lot of different nostalgic ingredients, including green beans and methi leaves and many other ingredients. Just by altering, even the dill can be used to make a basida saru, and dill usually is not prescribed in the Sattvic diet, so I tend to not use dill when I'm making prasadam for Krishna, but I'm sure most of you are using dill. So you can follow the same process. Instead of Amarnath leaves, you can chop one full bunch of dill and use it. But in dill, when you're using dill, because it's such a strong ingredient, you should not use